coming out from both of these teams. And Queen of Pain was last choice for 9Pandas. They didn't know like who's gonna go to mid lane, so they wanted to see. And it's also a hero that can jump away from Primal Beast, jump away from Batrider if necessary. They don't have like any kind of instant stun that can kill Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain still gonna die. It's not like, you know, this is not Puck where you're playing into zero stun silences and then you get to own the game. But yeah, one bad blink and you're gonna die.
Oh, this is a great pause. Smoke breaks, and immediately the game gets paused. Alberca might not have actually seen them though, because he's behind the one freaking tree. So we'll see how that little engagement will go forward. It seems there is some lags issue. I do notice it a little bit myself again, but yeah. It's I do think that the big situational factor here is going to be that Abaddon, Nefrit, safe lane from the off lane in this game seems to be very good. You can dominate that lane against the Faces Void Nature's Prophet very easily as an Abaddon, because Leap has such a long cooldown. You just get a couple of hits in, you throw out the silence, and he does melt quickly, especially if you've got the snap fire damage right behind you, so that he gets. I think that lane could be very hard for the Faces Void, and later down the line, if you get like Harpoon plus the Manta style, you blink on Quap, and before Quap even gets her blink off, you already silence her. Same story with the Faces Void. It is pretty scary, this game.
It is. Problem is, like, how do you get to that part? They have a good amount of, like, lockdown. Primal Beast checks a lot of those boxes. It's one of those heroes that I think everybody loves to have in the team, because you know that you have something that goes through debuff immunity. You have hero that wants, like, this hero doesn't want to farm. This hero wants to gank. This hero wants to keep fighting all the time, so it's always good to have. And he comes online super fast, especially from the mid lane. You'll see like Primal Beast being level 8, level 9. You carry sometimes being level 5, level 6. It really depends. And this is where hero really shines. These constant engagements and the pickoffs. So I could see about like Nefrit had a really good game. He was staying on top of net worth in game number 1 for a long time. It's just that he couldn't hit heroes.
In this game, there's a little bit of a better control, or a decent amount of control. You have the lasso, you have the cookie stun, and the Primal Beast that managed to lock people down. Also, they're not the fastest at disengaging on 9Pandas. They have 2 heroes that are, and well, actually 3 heroes with the Magnus, but it's if they get silenced, they're done for. And that's exactly what Nefrit just needs to get done. Obviously, laning stage is going to be an important factor in this one to get that early advantage. Ursa feels like he's going to get kited a lot this game, but if you have 2 right-click cores and the Primal Beast just making mayhem happen in the middle of a team fight, I definitely can see Na'Vi turning this into a win for them. Especially because with the Abaddon, you have Tower Push and Roche, and with the Ursa, you have Roche and Tormentor, so they have multiple ways of taking objectives, whereas 9Pandas have kind of none.
Yeah, their heroes are not good at like sieging. They are good at farming, maybe splitting the map because they're hard to catch. NP, Faces Void, Queen of Pain. But if they group up, they can take down Roshan. Sieging the high ground is not gonna be as easy, so this lineup relies on taking Roche. And also, if you manage to steal Roche from Ursa lineup, that's a like double dub pretty much.
It's always scary. I don't think that they should be able to. I mean, look at this Radiant lineup is just a Roche smacker. You even have the Snapfire with the little Shredder armor reduction. I'm wondering how good Solo is going to be able to perform on the position 5 Nature's Prophet. Of course, last game we saw Antares do a superb job on the NP, but position 5 NP tends to be a bit more sacrificial. Solos tends to be a bit more sacrificial than Antares, so will he be able to get enough farm to have any impact on the hero, or will it all just go to the Dark Willow and we get Antares, the actual core, coming into play?
Yeah, it seems like they're lagging a lot. Faces Void managed to reconnect, and so did Ursa, but asking for an admin. They're all good. Seems like they're good to go.
Einkrad. Shut up. Admin question mark? Yes, I am here. Oh, and Shigetsu's gone again. No.
Just no.
Oh,
He's
and
back.
he's back. That's a quick one. I mean, this is kind of this is kind of the Eastern European effect, right? Game starts, pause, issues, technical issues. I don't know why. I'm also experiencing lag, so it's definitely Valve server related. Hopefully it's going to be resolved. So maybe it's the location of the server that tends to be a problem.
Yeah, it could be. Everything works fine for me, but they might be running into some issues. The big issue is that this smoke broke. So Alberca is there. Malady knows something is up. Let's see if he's gonna be forced to kill Skewer. Not the ability you want to have at level 1, but better than dying for first blood.
Oh, they're going to be walking in. Bye. Okay, that was very anticlimactic. They just walk away.
We try to hype it up since it was a pause, so...
Okay, that's already throwing out the sentry to block a creep camp from spawning. No
Tiny
recovery possible.
Man, Tiny looks weird in this mid lane. It's Primal Beast. It's a new set. I also haven't seen it before.
It is so... I mean, they're all so huge. Oh, I like the little ball and chain behind him. Looks like a Mario thing.
That's Io.
Yeah, he has Io just dragging behind him.
Killed Io, and Io's now a souvenir.
Oh, that would actually be a really cool storyline for this skin. He just randomly saw a sphere of light and murdered it, and then he's like, "This is mine now. I take this."
3 runes for 9 pandas. Bramble Maze will miss. Malady, nice sidestep, will get out of trouble. I don't think he was in a real trouble in this one.
Oh, let's see. These lanes. Yeah, bottom lane and Terry's could take some nasty damage there from the Bat Rider, clearing him out. In response, of course, a good drag back into Brambles can be hard to overcome. For the, I think bottom lane there could be a lot of kill potential. Starting it off, Maldi has to cut his way through and dodge all the nasty Brambles. And yeah, we got 3 very interesting lanes. And again, the same question for you. Lacoste, where should the camera be trained at?
I would say bottom. This lane, definitely a first blood lane. Because they want to play aggressive. And even though like Magnus is not the hero that puts the most pressure on the enemy's safe lane, paired up with the Dark Willow level 2, I could see them getting a kill. I could also see Dark Willow potentially getting Curse Crown if it's a good opportunity for it instead of Shadow Realm. And they also have a bit of a combo here where you can drag him in with Shockwave into Bramble potentially.
Yeah, and there's always the scary TP of the Nature's Prophet that you have to be fearful of. Bat Rider doesn't mind it too much, but if the Ursa already used his Urshock, it could be very problematic to continue forward. Luckily enough, they do have some mobility spells in the side lanes from Na'Vi. I think that's actually pretty nicely done. The only ones that don't have a way of getting out of the Bramble would be the Abaddon, who has a Culling Blade, so he's going to be A-okay.
Like you mentioned Urchok, how was this hero played without him jumping during Earthshock? Like what was that ability? Some of these like old Dota abilities were like pretty bad. I think we gave a lot of I like it. I like all those changes where you have like more maneuverability with certain spells, but yeah, Ursa was like, imagine the kiting without jumping from Urchok. You're like stuck in a place.
Yeah, I mean, it still happens when he gets rooted, but it's one of those things that if a hero doesn't have mobility, I tend to just not really want to play it. It's the problem that I have with AA. He kind of has nothing. He's like, I have an ulti. Okay, congratulations. And now what? What are you going to do for the rest of the time? You have no mobility. You have no guaranteed stun. You have... That hero needs definitely some spell changes.
Yeah, his third ability is like doesn't. I could see his third ability being changed. Batrider, Melody,
Dropping
there's Firefly
low.
running.
Can go into the pit in case it's needed and just die. While First Blood happens in mid with the solo rotation. Queen of Pain coming in big, but solo coming in bigger. He's I mean, that's Nature's Prophet for you. Whatever position it's played from, it will always be a threat on the map.
Absolutely, just outnumbered. You know you're playing against it, but you can't be, you know, constantly feared of NP teeping in because you're gonna end up being super underleveled and outfarmed. So sometimes you have to tank it. Minecraft having a much better game already, sitting at 18 CS, getting that shared gold from the kill, and also has bottle available. We'll refill. Does have a bounty rune as well if necessary.
Yeah, it should be just completely fine. Top side, Dark Lord's also not doing too shabby in terms of farming. The Free can't harass him out that much as he would like. Same with Sai. Solo's actually going for another TP onto Mellow in mid. He already uses Onslaught, so he doesn't have a way out of the Sprout right now. Solo's going to go for a bit of a dive. Aincrad actually doesn't have Blink. He went 3 points in Shadow Strike and 1 in Scream of Pain.
Yeah. 2 in Scream of Pain.
Oh yeah, 2.
But he was saving a point. He was level 5 and was 2-0-1. So just in case something happens, if he sees the opportunity. But this could be problematic for him if they make a rotation knowing that he doesn't have Blink. Because on level 6, you probably want to put another point in Sonic Wave if you have enough mana. Let's say you get the minute 6 rune, you will definitely put a point in it. But then again, you don't have a Blink, so...
The supports actually on Navi are very good for ganking a moveless Quap, but of course they don't really know if he's not going to be able to blink out, considering he didn't use it yet, but he could still have it.
It's going to be very quick Witchblade on Aincrad. I think, you know, might be like 8 minutes if he gets another kill. Solo pushed by Zayats, but here comes TP. Solo TPing in, Blood Grenade available.
Right. Yeah, Nefrit a little bit too far away to give that Aphotic Shield heal and possibly even turn it around onto Solo. So another kill coming in for 9 Pandas here. Alberca in the meantime having a really good time in the bottom lane.
And this is something that we did mention, Melojewel on Primal Beast specifically, making a rotation before he gets level 6. So he tried to gank bottom. Let's see if he maybe tries to gank one more time or if he wants to farm his level 6 before doing so with this Invis rune.
Well, he is creeping up closer. Actually, he's just farming jungle right now because he needs his level 6. That's a sad thing to do on the Primal Beast. The Quap has full free reign of that mid lane. He actually is not even putting the point in Sonic Wave yet, keeping it in his back pocket in case he needs to blink out. Hello does have his Pulverize now. Won't be using it just yet. But you have to be very careful of any rotations. You fight close towards the enemy's tier 1 tower. He will be able to join there in no time with the onslaught charge forward into Pulverize.
Let's see this battle. Solo's gonna TP as well. Melody, can he get it? Yes, he can. Nice flame break. He might get some kills here.
Dropping low. Solo actually just gets killed off by Alberca. Antares stays alive, but Alberca just kills off his Pulse 5 Nature's Prophet.
Melody almost got the double kill, stole the rune. This is pretty big, but like supports, especially Dark Willow as a support, relies on getting levels. Solo is only level 3, and check the supports on the enemy side. 4.5. Batrider almost level 6 because of that kill.
Well, the TPing through. Solo dropping low, top side. is going to get taken down. The Freet is level 6, so he does have his ulti at the ready. Zayach will be left behind, but this is an MP. Just respawned, died again. Does, of course, have the teleportation spell, so will be a-okay. Malady closes level 6, but couldn't get the catch onto Ironcrad to secure the kill in mid, with Solo TPing to recharge the bottle, and Ironcrad will be just completely fine because of it.
I think Ironcrad needs to be slightly more active. Doesn't have a TP available. Queen of Pain with TP, one of the scariest things in the game. Tons of damage, Sonic Wave. Yeah, well, I assume he's gonna get it on level 8, Witchblade about to be completed. Needs another 150 gold. We'll have it after this creep wave. Then it's gonna hurt. Shadow Strike, level 4, plus Witchblade. 8.5 minutes. Make it 9. He needs courier to be delivered. It's not express delivery.
Yeah, then the one thing that, of course, could be problematic is you're still playing against Abaddon, so you got that nice Shadow Strike level 4 and you use it on someone and Abaddon just dispels it, you're like, oh, well, what now? What am I supposed to do here?
Unluck, what can you do? Bottom.
Outscaled. Ooh. It is the kill onto Alberca. Going in, Ironcrad Shigetsu has the Enrage, is going to pop it, and there's the dot gone. Gets back underneath the tower, and the TP rotation will not result in anything in the meantime.
The spell mechanic, Queen of Pain's not too happy about it.
Yeah, they have 2 heroes that can dispel. That's just really not fun. And now, yeah, they're looking to possibly try something top. The Mellow Yule creeping up closer, and so is Malady. Yeah, they know what's coming. So, Dark Lord TP's towards mid, and instead is gonna go.
Yeah, dispel this, Bear.
No, they got Fluffy. The Fuzzball has been slaughtered. Made a nice jacket out of him.
They should also beat a tower, potentially bottom. Top tower is definitely gonna fall. Nefrit, 2 points in Curse. Will be able to get it. Changing his item build this time. Going for Vlad's on Abaddon instead of more like carry-oriented build.
Okay. I guess he thinks they have enough damage.
This gives them slightly more push potential if they want to keep the tempo. And it also gives him and Ursa ability to solo kill Roche. So Ursa's going Battle Fury, so he could easily join.
Ironcrad dropping low. It's max level. It's level 3 little shredder, so it does do a lot of physical damage, and that is a definite trait that you want to make a mid laner for 8+5. Yes, you were gonna lose the tower, but you were gonna lose it regardless. And now you got the Snap Fire Kisses. I want to see the blue globs of heaven flying through the sky.
It's online. No mana though. No.
Yeah, I used Little Shredder, so that's a little bit disappointing. He's getting his mana boots delivered right now. Cookie stun throw now. TP cancelled by Ironcrad, so he has to walk to lane. It's not the worst on a Queen of Pain, but definitely not fun.
Level 1 blink only, so it takes a lot of time for him to get here. Even though he was on top of net worth, like when you don't have your Scream maxed out, you're not gonna be getting as much farm. Oh, look at this low. 100 move speed, Abba, 1 shield, ready to go. Will not even use it yet, saving it for a bigger target.
Oh, there's the globs of death coming through. Ironcrad dropping low, taken down, and the globs keep going for more. 2 kills for Zayach. The Lasso Drag comes out. The Chrono will be thrown out, but Mello is
denied.
Denied as well by Zayach's Lil Shredder. Dark Lord, last one standing, has a leap in a sec. Can he get the leap back? Yes, indeed he can, but it is going to be a 4-4. 0 trade-ish. Half a trade. Because they do not even get a single kill there on the side of 9 Pandas. That was huge. Those globs did so much damage.
They also don't have a glyph available for this tier 2, so it took down a lot of damage. Orb of Corrosion, Curse of Avernus damage. Lel Shredder as well, so they melted. Man, Zayats, he's been on point. Those globs, I want to see how much damage he dealt in that. Yeah, the most damage, 2,000 damage coming out from Snapfire in the previous fight. And it looks beautiful. It's also like kind of harder to see compared to the basic one.
I mean, the flying, yes. The landing, no. That's like huge. It feels like it's bigger. Like the circle just looks more dominant. But in the sky, yeah, it's harder to see what direction they're, really flying towards, especially with other particle effects bouncing all over the place.
It's a good item to invest in. Pay to win. Unlike those, Legion Commander, that pet that follows him. Same goes for Crystal Maiden.
Hey, I got that pet. That pet's gorgeous. Towards mid, Ironcrad, do they kill him? One more right click. Ooh, close. Will he be able to get away? It seems so. Lasso onto Solo on the side, but there's no Firefly just yet. Zayac coming out with that little shredder damage. So close again. One hit away. Is he going to burn to the flame break? Yes, he will drop down. There is a Mortimer's Kisses indeed. Close range. Sonic Wave can choose. Ironcrad needs to get close range, but he actually pushes Zayac back so that the globs can still be used in the process. They're trying to get the kill onto Zayac. Alberca should be able to finish him, even though he does still do a ton of damage. There's going to be the terrorize into Skewer wombo combo that misses, but Malady with the dots even finds the kill while feared in a different direction.
It's quite a lot of magical damage that they have. Primal Beast almost managed to take down Queen of Pain immediately. Needed one extra hit. They didn't overlap any of the abilities. And in the meantime, you have Nefrit farming this top lane, putting some pressure with Vlad.
Dagger reveal. Dark Lord is silenced up. Dark Lord is dead. And Alberca, they're trying to get themselves more, but the rest are already out. They lose Malady. They force 3 TPs. And they do manage to get a kill. So, on the enemy safe laner, who is the only one that in this game will be scary. Like, Magnus RP obviously is scary for a different reason. But you only fear the safe laner in the late game.
Pretty much. Melojule, he's all over the place. This is the power of Primal Beast. Picked up
With
a
a
Blink
blink.
Dagger. Yeah, as his first item. Wants to be able to catch people, follow it up, because they have a really good follow-up spells, whether we're talking about Snapfire, Batrider, who's almost has Blink Dagger as a position 5. So that's pretty neat. So you'll have multiple ways of killing people. Like, BKBs are not gonna even save you. I see, one on Faceless Void. You probably still need it, but this also relieves pressure of Shigetsu, who has Battle Fury completed. And they might be looking into Roche on Dire side. If he TP stop, they have Vlad that we talked about. They could easily take it. And there he comes.
Coming in. They're all pushing bottom on the side of 9 Pandas, but yeah, why just not walk in towards the Roche pit if your Navi get a free Aegis on the Ursa? And it drops so fast if you get the Curse of Avernus max level debuff plus an Ursa going ham. Zayac also, he's got the Pavis. Like, the reason that they're playing so aggressive on Navi is they got shield, they got Pavis, and they got a Primal Beast in the front the entire time who doesn't fear being caught out and killed. The Faceless Void has a Maelstrom. That is it. That's nowhere near enough to kill you. Oh, Mellow. There's a lot of enemies around him right now. RP gets used. Drag back as well. Sonic Wave misses the mark because of the skewer. They really have anti-synergy. In comes the Globs of Doom. Going in onto Dark Lord. Almost takes him down. With the Chrono, will be able to get the kill onto Mellow. So finally the Primal Beast drops dead. Ironcrad drag back, but will blink to safety. TP out of there and disengage in time.
Oof, a little bit of a mistake there from Nefrit. He had no mana, didn't pop his magic wand, doesn't get another shield off on Primal Beast, which would probably save him inside Chrono, because as you mentioned, Dark Lord only has Maelstrom available, so that's not like the most damage inside Chrono, so not too bad of a fight for 9 Pandas.
Yeah, they got a pretty big kill right after Roche died. Unfortunately, their triple ancient stacks are going to get stolen by Shigetsu. But that's just a sacrifice you're going to have to be making. Once he gets the Blink Dagger, he'll be able to jump on towards the supports. And especially the Queen of Pain. Because Queen of Pain, he's going for the Sanj right now. But HP-wise is a very nice snack for an Ursa.
Yeah, doesn't have that level 10 talent anymore, the extra strength that she got. But once you get Sanj, once you pick up like power treads, switch to strength, it's she's gonna be super tanky. Having that status resistance against these lassos, pulverizes.
Time is money. Dire's bottom tower is under
Shigetsu's got the blink now done to be delivered. Mellow, so they got 2 blinks behind them. Baden, Nefrit is closing in on towards his Manta style. That's going to be almost insta-silence on an Abaddon.
I love that he changed his build from the first game on Abaddon. Like, most of the time, you will see, like, off-laners picking up this Vlad's if it's a good game for it. But Abba, he wants to build into Echo Saber. This has been, like, the pub build where you're opting to go for, like, more scaling. But this Vlad's have been on, it has been on point. And now going into Yasha, skipping it completely. Ways of dispelling things, so I guess that's the other one. It's, very deep. They're diving tier 3 towers 19 minutes into the game, and Nefrit pushing the high ground.
Pushing it. Yeah, Shigetsu's got the Aegis, Nefrit's got the borrowed time. There is no Magnus, so no Blink RP at the moment until he buys back. And that looks to be the tier 3 tower. Nefrit's ulti does get popped, which is a little bit on the scarier side. One more right click out. Nefrit gets it with the dot damage, because I completely forgot that Curse
Ursa's in.
Dot.
Shigetsu.
Ursa's going aggressive here. Solo is dead. In comes the beautiful blue globs of doom. Onto Antares they go. That's the ground damage, taking him down. Buyback comes out from Solo. The Aegis did get popped, and now they're just trying to all disengage. Force out a buyback. They got a couple of kills. And the tier 3 tower is gone. So all things considered, a very solid fight for Na'Vi.
Absolutely, and I like how they're investing all of these like gold into small items. Even Zayas, he picked up Orb of Destruction with Lil Shredder to have some extra pushing power onto these buildings. Vlad's, everybody gets extra damage over time from Curse of the Avernus. So they want to keep this pressure on. They want to be the one dictating the tempo of the game. Ursa now with the Blink Dagger, lost the Aegis, but they're ready to go. They want to be jumping in and maybe taking another fight. So this Sonic Wave that had to be used super defensively, you know that you're not getting kills, and we can see the power of Ursa. Solo taking enemy Tormentor, Malady gets it.
Aincrad. It takes a bit of damage, but no real threat on his life. Snapfire, max level Lil Shredders. Great in the early game, but eventually it does fall flat pretty quickly. Once some armor comes into play, which of course the Queen of Pain has with that Witchblade. Mellow. Okay, this looks so weird. He's got the shield rune, and he's like, okay, now he's smoked up, but he is full bright golden with that skin. It is really bright.
See it. All right, I want to see it now.
Come on, shield rune. Look at that.
Oh no, he jumped in. Chrono, nice angle from Mello.
Gets the catch. Can they get the kill with the lasso? Yes, indeed. And the golden primal. I want this skin now. I don't even play primal. I want this skin.
It looks like he hasn't unlocked his character yet. What is this?
This is so weird. And now it actually looks like Io behind him.
Yeah, it is. they're gonna go. They want to take these barracks with Abba Manta style. Buildings are gonna drop so quickly. They know that there is no Chrono.
There's
Is this
still
a
an RP,
BKB on Primal Beast? What is this effect? 9
Solo
Pandas.
dies somewhere else on the map. Because
Gone
the
for a
Ursa's not
full
even
minute.
close.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And the Fate sees, oh, I might just be a good boy and give my support some nice shards. The one from Sapphire is pretty good. The one from Batright is kind of bad.
You already got
does
it.
go
Yeah.
snap.
Diets will get it.
That's a nice, the Fire Snap cookie where you can one-shot a quick wave with it. The value. Wait, does that also turn into a blue glob?
I assume it does.
Please.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
It does.
But they're grouped up, and there's Shigetsu going in with the right-click damage. RP gets used, and Rage Ursa, though. So it's very quickly removed. And Alberca cannot blink because of the Batrider on top of him, who is chasing
in 3
even
seconds.
for more. And Shigetsu right on the other side. The double damage Ursa was pretty scary. Blink back. Malady dodges the damage. On the side, it is going to be the control onto Aincrad coming in. Mello will drop dead. Zayac trying to kill off Aincrad. The Queen of Pain is dead to the Zayac Snapfire. And the supports are doing so much work. Solo is going to get held into place. More kills coming in for Na'Vi. And it's just Malady and Zayac are really in sync, making these team fights work perfectly.
Absolutely. Zayat's even bought back. He understands that they can try to not like end the game, but get a huge advantage. Nefrit is popping off. He didn't die a single time on a Baton. He's bringing in an item that's going to be a Blink Dagger. So Blink, Manta style onto a target, almost instantly silence it.
It's also a good disengage. You get your borrowed time pop. You technically don't take damage, so you can always blink. One of the weirder mechanics in Dota.
Well, did you take damage? You didn't. That means you can blink.
Yeah, but
it's just Dota 2 stuff.
A
lot of the
you're not
times-
taking damage. It's all healing.
Yeah, in Dota 2, you'll be like, why does it work that way? Someone who's like not familiar with the game, because it just does, you know. Why does some things work, some don't? Well, it's the way it is.
Oh, Malady dodges the brambles at least. Cookie comes out, gets pushed back, will be taken down, but in comes Mello and throws out the Chrono onto two. Zayac actually
he
was on
walked
the edge.
in.
He walks into the Chrono by accident there. We'll have a dieback going on, but the Dark Lord has fallen. Alberca, he's got the RP in a second, gets a 3-man RP. Aincrad did already use the Sonic Wave though, so they actually have no damage to back it up. Great RP, little damage to back it up in that fight. And Terry's will be controlled up, Solo charged on, and it's only the Queen of Pain left standing. He's going for the Aghanim Scepter. I mean, if you get a 3-man RP, having that Ags on Queen of Pain will definitely be an advantage, but right now they don't have the damage.
It's a long way until he gets that. The game might even end. Roshan is going to respawn right now, so they will have Cheese. They will have Aegis since they killed it on Dire's side. And Nefrit, he's pushing. Rest of the team also getting there. These Chronos, they're really not on point. I mean, Zayas walked into a Chrono, which did get him killed in the end, but yeah, they're way too difficult to kill. I see Shigetsu going for Aghanim Scepter, so he can pop that during Chrono, which is going to be pretty massive cooldown reduction as well on it. Plus, also, like, you tried to RP a Baton, and you're like, oh man, I hit 3-man RP. He pops his ulti, shields one guy, and then it suddenly becomes 1-man RP.
Yeah, and it's even getting worse, because look at Nefrit's item of choice next.
Okay.
Once he's got the Ags,
back it
there's
up,
no
boys.
damage. It's over. He can just walk in, blink into the Chrono with his ulti on, and they cannot do anything to kill anyone else in the Chrono.
Most of the time, you'll see offlane Abba not picking up like Miss Coil at all. Sometimes you'll see 1 point to like cancel a Blink Dagger, proc a Linken's or whatever, because he's Universal Hero, so you opt to go for stats. But he understands that at this one, it's more about survivability rather than him dealing the damage.
He just needs to keep his teammates going. This Primal Beast goes ham, but the Ursa as well. I think that's the most important thing. The Ursa, just if he does get the fight going and continues to be able to chase after enemies, it will clear them out all the time. And going for the Ags later on the Shard as well, because those two work in tandem perfectly on the Abaddon. You just have your team's immortal because you're immortal.
Let's see. They want to go for end. There needs to be some like big RP. Maybe they can start with Skewer into tier 4 towers. Faceless Void does have enough money to buy a BKB. Recipe is being delivered. Look at this Primal Beast. 3000 HP, 50% magic resistance. It goes up even more with Eternal Shroud. Cheese was just handed to him.
Yeah, the Ursa's level 18 now, so it's only an 18-second cooldown on his Enrage. Every little thing stacks up. He's got the shard, so he's got more Enrage upon more Enrage. Oh, never even knew that he had a talent call that gives you 2 Fury Swipes if you Earthshock. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty pog. So you don't have, like, there was a build. It's still viable where people were, like, getting Octarine core. There's no CDR neutral item reduction anymore, but yeah, you just deal damage with, like, Wind Waker, Octarine. You keep jumping, being, like, very annoying. You don't necessarily need to hit people with it.
Pretty cool. I will always find Ursa to be a very strange hero to see, because he has a really great strength, but also such an insane weakness. Man fighting against another core 1v1 nearly beats any other core, because you just burst them down in that split second. But in team fights, it gets very scary once they have a little bit of control abilities, which technically 9 Pandas have, but the problem is Navi's got so many heroes that you need to control that you just don't have enough.
Yeah, it's very hard to, like, just focus that. Like, who's your target? There are 2 Force Staffs available on both supports, so you need to catch them inside Chrono. Still going high ground is the trickiest part in Dota, but I feel having the stages for another 2.5 minutes, they should use it.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the Abaddon Aghanim Scepter to be done. Once the fleet picks it up.
Very close.
Yeah, he has the courier right next to him as well. Gets that done. I don't think you fear anything on the high ground with Enrage, Aghanim Scepter Ursa, Aghanim Scepter Abaddon. They've got so many defensives. They smoke around, knowing that there's, of course, no tower in that area, so they can smoke all the way through. Solo is going to get jumped. In comes Nefrit. Pops his ulti very early on, though. The Skewer is going to miss the mark. Nefrit just sidesteps it. But that's, at the very least, the Nefrit ulti out of the way for another 40 seconds.
That means that Abba could potentially die. Mid lane needs to be pushed in.
Dark Lord actually has Nemesis Curse. He's going all out on the chrono damage.
As he should. I think in this type of a game, like, you need to be able to deal as much damage as possible.
Still doesn't have his level 20 yet, which is kind of the big power spike for the Faceless Void. Gives you the same attack speed as a Mjolnir. Actually, a little bit more even. And up the high ground he goes. Nefrit's got his ulti available again. 50 seconds for that Aegis. The only thing that could be dangerous is if Shigetsu gets completely dragged back too far, which is a little bit scary, but for the most part, Nefrit can just chase him down with the Blink Dagger. Okay, that's really annoying, the Sprout.
As Battle Fury, though, upgraded Quelling Blade. They're not committing. Gonna try to slow siege with Abba. Illusions. There's the little Shredder. Eventually, it will drop.
Yeah, but the Aegis is also going to drop in 13 seconds, so they have a chance to kill off the Ursa. They just need to make sure that both his and the Abaddon's ulti are on cooldown.
With the Aghanim Scepter, I don't think Shigetsu should be as afraid. You also have Abba behind you, and they have no silences, so that means that Enrage will go off, and we'll have to see how they approach it.
Queen of Pain Ags might be a bit of a dangerous factor if Nefrit didn't have his Ags. God, it's so annoying. The Queen of Pain doesn't have... Angrad's kind of in a similar position as the game earlier. He doesn't actually have the damage to be able to take him down, and that's just because Navi's lineup is too tanky.
Yeah. My item is countered by another item. I can't play.
My entire build is countered by one hero, stupid item. And then the other hero also has an item that also works against my build. Ah, this is hell. Oh, jumping from the feet, going forward. They're looking for a bit of a fight. 3-man skewer. There's the RP. Borrowed time comes out. And they're all being healed up in the meantime. Ooh, lost HP. Yep, it's the dire side because they are getting nuked down. It is going to be the Chrono onto Shigetsu. Is the damage going to be there? The Ursa will actually die. So they're now trying to disengage because the buybacks came through from 9 Pandas. Waiting for everything to be done to get the Chrono
They lost the
off.
gem. Okay, couple of buybacks. One on Alberca, one on Solo. This is a second buyback coming out from Solo. So his item progression isn't really there. Which could also mean that Navi will take Roshan and then go for high ground. They don't necessarily need to rush it. They just... We saw how powerful this Abba with Aghanim Scepter is. Shielded off, popped the ulti immediately, shielded off the other guy, and then the heal started. He just hit level 20, so... Decided to go for the other talent, DPS Borrowed Time Immolation. That's a bit of a weird one. Like, your whole talent is like 9-second duration. That's it. You deal like 600 damage almost. No, it's actually way more. Never mind, I'm stupid. So it's not that bad when combined with Aghanim Scepter because it increases duration.
Yeah, the Aghanim Scepter is always a neat one. In that fight, it did show that they can kill him, but the problem is you have to either waste your Chrono or your RP to the Abaddon ulti. It gets a little bit dicey, but afterwards, when their spells are all on cooldown, you definitely can take them down. So all you need is refresh your orbs on everyone on the dire side, and Dark Lord not to get soloed.
Mellow Jewel got soloed. Mellow Jewel soloed Dark Lord. Got level 20 as well. Ogre Seal Totem. I just love how what this hero does. This is I mean, every single like new hero that has been added to Dota in the last 5 years or so is really fun to play. It's just like their spells. These are the most fun heroes in Dota. Absolutely.
Oh, the jump comes in. There is no buyback for the Faceless Void. Drag back. Actually, they're completely spread out. Mellow might be able to take some heavy damage here. We'll be able to Ogre Seal Totem his way back to safety. Solo, same thing, jumping to the side, trying to get the TP out of there. One more hit. Ooh, the swipe was coming in, but he got out of dodge. However, it is going to cost them their mega creeps, it seems. While on the back line, Aincrad gets lassoed up, taken down. They find themselves Alberca. And the only chance that they had for another fight with the Faceless Void is now out the window. And that should be game. I guess there is still a Faceless Void Chrono that they can try to use. But no, they're going to just GG out. And it is 9 Pandas eliminated from the DreamLeague 22 close qualifiers.
Yeah, Navi, they showed yesterday when they played against Team Spirit that they can take the game off of them.